Look, who am I going to be sharing with when I go back?
Well, you're not going back. You're just having your privileges returned.
No, not that again, please. I'm going to go around the twist. I do have some rights, you know.
Didn't you search your flat after you'd been away from it?
Why the hell would I do that? I'm not in the habit of finding stacks of drugs hidden in my undies and under the mattress. You better get my solicitor. You have no right to keep me locked up like this.
Okay, Mr. Faulkner, I'm ready to go now.
What, you mean that's it?
What's the point when she's in this mood?
And my mood's not going to get any better while I'm being locked up in here.
Do you think you're ever going to get any more information out of her? Isn't it just possible she may be telling the truth?
She was convicted. Anyway, it's not going to be my problem much longer. Someone else is taking over.
You're moving on to another case?
No, I'm leaving the force. I've resigned.
Off to greener pastures, eh?
Oh, much greener. I've landed the job as a manager of a security company.
Not so much pressure?
No, much more money.
Congratulations. What's the name of the security company?
Firm called Guards Incorporated.
Guards Incorporated? Keep it in mind. I might look you up for a job one day.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, it stinks in here. What'd you bring down? A pair of Lucy's knickers?
Yeah, it is a bit strong, I suppose.
What's all that mess?
Oh, see, I put a bit more yeast in the brew and it sort of overflowed.
Thank God the place is ventilated, otherwise we'd be stinking out the whole prison. Well, there's your problem. Give us this. You see, this lid, it's not on properly. If you don't have the lid on properly, love, you won't get a proper flow coming down there, you see. That ought to do it. Right. That's why you don't have much in the jar. Oh, that'll take the hair off her chest.
We're going to have gallons and gallons of the stuff.
Oh, God. Well, there it goes. It's starting to roll again.
Yeah. Let's get this place cleaned up and let's get out of here.
Whew.
Hi. Well, I've seen happier faces. What's the matter?
Oh, just a bit puzzled, that's all.
What about?
Helen Smart.
Oh, what's she been up to this time?
Oh, that's just it. Nothing that I can see.
Well, then.
Mrs. Davidson told me to return all her privileges, but to keep her in solitary.
Why? She should be treated just like any other prisoner. Why solitary?
That's what's bothering me.
Did Mrs. Davidson give any reason?
Well, I got the feeling she was being pressured into it. Sergeant Ryan was with her at the time.
What's he doing here?
I'm questioning Smart again. There's something very fishy about this whole business.
Oh, you know what the police are like. They're always coming on heavy.
No, that's the point. He wasn't. It was the weakest interrogation I've ever seen. He didn't seem to give a damn about Smart, except that she'd be isolated from the other women. Mind you, he did tell me he was leaving the force soon, going to work for some security company.
Oh, well, there's your answer then. He's just biding his time.
Yeah, maybe. There's something else niggling me. Something Smith told me. I think I might do a bit of checking.
Do you know when Colleen's coming back on duty?
Yeah, they'll be on the board.
Oh, yeah. I'm very worried about her reaction to that letter Carol Lewis sent to Jennifer. She wasn't happy.
No. Hello, Dispatch. Yeah, I'd like to speak to Matthew Thomas, thanks.
Yes. Well, she's not on duty till tomorrow morning. I wonder whether I should give her a ring.
Might be best to give her time to cool down. Hello, Matt. Steve. Oh, good, thanks, mate. I thought you might be able to give me a bit of information. Do you know anything about a company called Guards Incorporated? Why? Really? It's interesting. Oh, no, nothing important, not yet anyway. If I find anything, I'll get back to you. Yeah, thanks, mate. I'll see you later. That's a turn up for the books.
Why? What's happened?
Turns out, Our friendly policeman was going to work for a company called Guards Incorporated.
Well, what about it?
Guards Incorporated turns out to be a subsidiary of Stanfield Industries.
Never heard of them.
Haven't you? I have. So's B. Smith. More importantly, so is Helen Smart. Okay, Smart. Time for exercise period.
I thought I was being moved to the other cell today.
Later this afternoon. There's no hurry. It's only the cell next door.
At least I'll have some of my own things in there. This dump's driving me crazy. Oh, I want to see my solicitor, the governor, anybody.
I can arrange it if you like, but I don't think it'll do you any good. They'd just say it's for your own protection.
Do you do me a favour? If you got me a pen and paper, I'd be very grateful to you anytime you'd want me to be.
It's time for your exercise period.
That's what I mean. We could exercise in here. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Forget it. I'm not itchy.
You bastard. You're just like all the rest of them.
Let's go.
I don't suppose Erica Davidson's a lesbian.
I don't think so, but I can ask her if you like.
No, don't bother. With my luck, even if she were, she'd be into skinny brunettes.
Was it Detective Sergeant Ryan who arrested you?
Yes.
What happened exactly?
Read the account of the trial in the papers.
I did. Was it true?
You want special information? The real truth? Then you get in touch with Detective Sergeant Ryan. And you scratch his back.
Oh, Meg, I was wondering if you'd be prepared to take on your old job as careers officer for Susan. As yet, she doesn't have a job or accommodation, and that's the first thing the board will ask.
Yes, I'll be glad to. What about Slater's offer of a home and to work on the farm?
Well, even if Susan would accept it, I doubt that the board would be very happy about her being in the custody of an ex-prisoner.
Oh, for heaven's sake, she was only in for driving without a licence. I mean, she's not a criminal.
In the eyes of the board, she is still an ex-prisoner. You should know that.
There's a church hostel for girls that I know. I might be able to get her a room there.
Well, it would be a start.
Yes, I'll have a word with them on the way home. Oh, any news on Donohue's confession?
Yes, Sergeant Burke was on the phone just as you came in. Apparently they have accepted her statement, all unofficial, of course, but things are looking very good for Bryant.
How's the brew?
Terrific. We're going to be up to our ears in it soon.
Yeah, I must admit the boiler room smells like a gorilla's armpit, but it tastes okay. In fact, it has a mick like a cule.
I think we should put some peppermint flavouring in it. That way it'd help the taste and also the smell of it on our breath.
Oh. Hey, Jackie, I wanted to thank you for what you did. I really appreciate it.
That's okay.
I hope everything goes all right. They're not too hard on you.
Well, I'll find out soon enough. I've just been told the trial's tomorrow.
Well, good luck anyway, huh?
Thanks. Funny, isn't it? I was supposed to be released tomorrow. Now they'll probably send me straight back here.
No, you'll probably only cop theft by finding. That's not so serious. Might only be a fine.
That's what Mrs. Morris said.
Hey, B, I was just out dumping the rubbish and I saw Helen Smart having an exercise period out in the garden.
Who was with her?
Steve Faulkner. I thought we might be able to get to her.
Oh, turn it up. We've got to get the pen and paper to her and wait while she writes the authorisation. And what do you think he's going to be doing all that time?
Well, I thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Myra. You keep 'em coming.
Yeah, keep 'em coming, Margot.
Mrs. Beamish, Susie really is a very nice girl. I mean, it's not as if she's a criminal. I mean, she's never been convicted of any crime.
Mrs. Morris, we have certain standards here. I mean, most of our girls come from decent, respectable families. I don't think the Board of Governors would approve.
Look, Susie's really had a very unfortunate childhood. I mean, she's been pushed from one foster parent or institution to another. Her only crime is that she keeps running away. Now, I thought your church was supposed to take pride in helping young people.
Well, of course we do. There are corrective institutions.
That's exactly the sort of place she keeps running away from. She doesn't need correction. She needs a home. Look,